All right, shalom.
All right, shalom.
First and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory
To Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
We want to give double honors to our apostle, Ellis Great Millstone, who teach very well. We learn this truth from, and salutation out there to the hopeful elect who continue to push this word in our truth, faith, and sincerity, man. And yeah, Shabbat Shalom. Here we are again, week in, the week out, the prophecy against this wicked place known as Babylon the Great. And as we can see, man, it's actually manifested. This place is going down. We can see what happened in Venezuela, but even then, what I want to touch on is that situation that happened in Minnesota. Now, real quick, if a brother can type up the definition of the word draconian, and while he typing it, like, give me Isaiah 10 and 1. Because at the end of the day, these different laws and legislations, the so-called white man is going to get ready to come down and have a great wrath, man. And the excuse is going to be because the law said so. You got it, bro.
Yes. In an overview for the word draconian, it says draconian means extremely harsh, severe, or cruel, typically describing laws, rules, or punishment that are excessively strict and lack mercy.
Yes, and lack mercy, man. And that's how you know Bible Goshan brother can hold this 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter. He's going to be like a madman, sparing none, whether it be child or anything, man. But again, just going back, that situation that happened, whether it be a false flag or something that was planned out or not, this is the spirit that this guy's going to come in here in these latter days. He's not going to come in the spirit of let's all go along and get along. No, he's going to come in the spirit of desperation, man. And that desperate spirit is going to cause a lot of people to get put to death here in these latter days, man. Real quick, hold it. You got it?
This is Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12. Therefore rejoice in heavens and ye that dwell in them.
And that's talking about us. Because while we seeing that shit in Minnesota, while everybody was peeping, crying, and we found out the bitch was a butch, man. But people crying and things like that. She just dropped her daughter off, and there was a whole little scene behind it. We rejoiced at that, man. Why? Because there was one thing that was made upon the planet Earth that the Lord make happen to show that this kingdom is basically crumbling amongst itself. You know, it's a guy, the governor, the former governor, Jesse Ventura. He basically said that America is a third world country now. And the reason why, because everybody, instead of being policed by regular policemen, you're actually going to be policed by the military, which actually means what? Martial law. Even though they got these different ICE agents out here, best believe it's going to increase into martial law. Instead of a nigga having a handgun, a nigga going to have an M16. You know? You got it, bro.
It says, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath.
And right there, it says, woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and the sea. So the ones that dwell in the world, the ones that dwell in this society that's in the same mindset of these damn Americans, the Lord said, woe, a destruction unto you. And the reason why, because you trusting in the damn devil, man. What the scripture say, never trust thy enemies. What happened when the Mexicans trusted the enemy in the Alamo? They got their ass whooped. What happened when the Reubenites trusted in Christopher Columbus? They got their ass whooped, man. So how much more now?
Like, if I may, just going into even now with Latinos for Trump.
Yeah.
Now Trump coming down on your ass. So that's what you give me trusting in the devil's slot.
And that's a beautiful point, man. Nigga had a sauce and I will vote for Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And look what's happening now, man. Now you got deported back.
ICE.
Yeah, ICE. You know? ICE, man. You got it.
It says, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath.
Having great wrath, you got
because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
And he knows that Yahweh Shai is upon his way. So again, these different laws and legislations that this devil is pushing forth is not because of the betterment of the people. No, it's the spirit of desperation. Because he know that Yahweh Shai is going to come and get on his ass, man. You got to realize the sentence that Esau is going to get is great. Matter of fact, get that in Genesis, the 4th chapter. My punishment is greater than I can bear. The shit that Esau going to have to go through in the kingdom of heaven, bro, it's going to be out there. It's going to be way past slavery. And the reason why, because you know the shit that you did unto the nation of Israel. And everything you reap is going to be the same thing that you're going to sow, man. You know, you got it, bro.
Yeah, this is, yeah, this is Genesis chapter 4, verse 13. It's like verse 12, start at verse 12. Nah, man,
Matter of fact, yeah, get all that on that lot. Get all that on that lot.
Yeah, this is Genesis 4. And,
Matter of fact, start at verse
9.
9. Start at verse 9.
Verse 9, it says, and the Lord said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper?
And that's the spirit of Edomites. He's a fucking liar. He's a murderer. You lied to the Lord, man. And it's a penalty behind that. You know, but ultimately, he always been a bloodthirsty man since the beginning. You know, you got it, bro.
And he said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground.
Yeah, that sign and crying, even today, man. The tribulation and the oppression that happened to the black Latinos and Native Americans, guess what? They still crying out. And whether it be, even though it's out, whether it be in the form of marching, or whether it be in the form of stop, man. You know, you got it.
It says, and now art thou cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hands. When thou tillest the ground, it should not henceforth yield unto thee her strength.
Yeah, that's why it's such thing as GMOs. Because the planet Earth is not fucking with Esau Edom. Why? Because they're not the rightful rulers. Just like a horse. You know, when you get on a horse, if you're not the rightful ruler of that horse, if that ruler not there, that horse will buck on your ass, man. Even any animal, like a dog or anything. If you're not that rightful owner and you a foreign object, they're gonna buck on you. And that's the same thing with the planet Earth. Because the planet Earth is what? A living entity, man. You know, that's why it says Mother Earth, you're supposed to treat planet Earth like a woman. You know, you get her nails painted, color grass and things like that.
A tiller.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you till the earth, you know, like you till your women. Like you prune the bushes and things like that so they grow back in full.
It's done within what? The nature of a man, how the Lord created us. Even in this statement, am I my brother's keeper? That shows you Esau was disconnected against nature from the jump. That link from A to B, he didn't understand it. Am I my brother's keeper? Brother ain't got to tell me, hey, look out for this brother's life. I know this. Like, we came up in the same house. Hell yeah, I'm my brother's keeper. He showed you from jump. He's unnatural. Am I my brother's keeper? That was indicative of, like, what, that he didn't understand the simple order of the nature of how Yahweh Shah set things up. A man is only as strong as the next man that's standing next to him.
And if I may, like the brother just mentioned, profane, which means what? Outside the children. And that's ain't of the Lord, man.
If I may, you see the earth buckled up against it, like you mentioned. You got grass going through concrete.
Beautiful, bro.
Yep.
And that's why the scriptures spoke towards it. It said that the nature shall not yield the strength unto him, because you already showed you unnatural. So I'm gonna do the things that's unnatural to you. The things that should be natural unto everybody else, I'm gonna make it unnatural when you're in rulership.
And if I may, that's why this guy got different pesticides. He even fighting against the earth.
Yeah.
The earth, it's like a fighting back. That's why even when it comes to like fucking mudslides, niggas will build a house on the edge of Hollywood.
Yeah.
And once in the earth is like a methodical fighter, man. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker go through rounds and shit. 8th round, he gonna knock your ass out. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be deep in the game. Yeah. So you had a house on the edge of a hill for the past 35 years. And all of a sudden the rain came and the mudslide came and wiped all that shit away, man. That's a part of that fight, even earthquakes. You know what I'm saying? You drilling in the ground, you messing up the tectonic plates, and that's the reason why the earth is fighting against you. Because again, you're not treating this woman with care, man. You know, and once we get this earth, man, we're gonna try to treat this lady, man. You know? Yeah. Matter of fact, get that the earth born of Isaiah 24th chapter. You got it? Come on.
Yeah. It says, the earth shall not yield her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shall thou be in the earth. You know, and if I may, this is Esau Edom. He's that fugitive and that vagabond here in the earth, man. You know, running from the punishment of Yahweh Shah. You know, in which Esau, he is Cain reincarnated.
Beautiful, bro. If I may, let's get this real quick. This is the book of Isaiah. This is Isaiah chapter 24 and verse 4. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. Yeah, the earth mourneth and fadeth away. That's why it's not yielding forth this fruit. Because again, it's not the rightful owners upon the planet Earth. You got it, bro. And that word, if I make it, that word fadeth away, or that word language, it means to grow weak or to grow feeble. Basically, you're not erect. You know what I'm saying? You ain't been taking those herbs, man. You know what I'm saying? Once the nation of Israel get into power, you will see the planet Earth in its fullness, man. One, it used to take a guster, me, this brother, that brother, this brother, this. It would have took all of us to have, carry a guster of grapes, man. I mean, a cluster of grapes back in the day. But now you can hold a cluster of grapes in your hand. You know? You got it.
The world languisheth and fadeth away.
You got it.
The haughty people of the earth do languish.
It says the haughty people of the earth do languish. And this time on Esau, man. Because again, even though, read it again up.
The earth mourneth and fadeth away.
The earth mourneth and fadeth away. So the earth is getting weak. Why? Because you drilling in, you digging out oil out the ground. Right. Again, you tearing down rainforests. Right. You destroying things, man. And that's why it says in Revelation the 11th chapter, the Lord would destroy him. He would destroy him who destroyed the earth. Yep. You know, so it's a rightful thing for the Lord to bring these bad times and tribulations upon your ass, man. You got it.
The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish.
Yes, you're growing weak, because while your rulership is running up. That's why you're being desperate, because you know it will never be a time like the 1950s. It will never be a time like 2003. It will never be a time like 2016. Why? Because why? As time goes, you're getting more weaker. Why? Because your kingdom is waning. You know, waxing is growing strong, but waning is growing weak. You got it.
The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof.
That's it. And going back into that Genesis the 4th chapter, that's prophecy being fulfilled in our eyes, man. The earth is not yielding forth this fruit. And this right here, it's a reason why corn is GMO, man. It's the reason why strawberries is GMO.
If I may, just to add to the brother's point, everybody speaking on times past and times old is just like an old man, like an old athlete or an old bitch.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I used to look like this. And I remember when I used to throw that punch like that. You remember, it's like if Floyd was to get in the ring right now, you looking for Floyd to show you at least shades of his former self. But you know, it's like, he ain't got it no more. You see it's like, this dude on his way out. You can look at the earth like that, man. It's like, it's always telling you, well, it used to be like that. Make America great again. And what state is it? What state is America in now? And we got to make it great again. It's dilapidated, man. It's through. You got it. It's a lot.
The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws.
Transgressed the laws. The ways of Yahweh Shemah. You know, you got it.
Changed the ordinance. Broken the everlasting covenant.
Yes, because you're not keeping the ways of the Lord. That's the reason why the earth is not fucking with you, man. Nobody fucking with you. Even your different allies. And the reason why, because ultimately they know that you're on your way out, man. And there's a lot of these heathens that imagine vain things. They looking for Russia. They looking for China to come up. You know, bring Germany. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's a lot of these nations that's jockeying for position. But at the same time, the nation of Israel still gonna rule. You know what I'm saying? You can do whatever you want to do, man. At the end of the day, the Lord actually predestinated and dedicated for what? The nation of Israel to have their everlasting rulership. You know? You got it, bro. Go back into that Genesis.
Yep. Genesis chapter 4 and verse 12, it says, when thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength.
Yeah, that's it. We just read it in the book of Isaiah, the 24th chapter, man. You got it.
A fugitive and a vagabond should not be in the earth.
Yes, right there. A fugitive and a vagabond. So you're going to be a fucking criminal, man. Now, when you go into the word criminal, it actually goes back to crimson, which means red. And once you go into the word red in the Hebrew, it actually goes back into what? Adam. Now, who know what Adam translates into? A damn Edomite. You know, he is red. You know, you got it.
Yeah, it says, and Cain said unto the Lord, my punishment is greater than I can bear.
You got it. I'll read it again.
Yeah, it says, and Cain said unto the Lord, my punishment is greater than I can bear.
Yes, he knows, like, again, the shit that we did in slavery, a lot of those things that happened to us in 70 AD, in the kingdom of heaven, we're going to put it on this devil, but double. Read it again, huh?
Yes, it says, it's like, yeah, this is Genesis chapter 4, verse 13, it says, and Cain said unto the Lord, my punishment is greater than I can bear.
Yeah, his punishment is better than he can bear, man. Basically meaning that he knows what the Lord is going to bring down upon him is going to be a divine judgment, man. And it's going to be worse than slavery. It's going to be worse than 70 AD, man. 1,000 years of hardcore bondage. And it ain't like this guy going to be able to escape it. Because even back then, the Lord gave us a sense of grace. You know, you could be a runaway slave. And you can hope that you make it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going to be no such thing as a runaway slave in the kingdom of heaven, man. You know, this nigga's going to be under a forever, not a forever, but a servitude under us, man. You know, you got it, bro.
This is the book of Job, chapter 4, and verse 7. Remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent.
Right there, whoever perished being innocent, man. You know, so that's even talking about us, man. Niggas think they perfect and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing that, guess what, my bad? Not knowing that the reason why you in this position, or the reason why you even died in your past life, because you sinned, man. You got it.
Or where were the righteous cut off?
Or where were the righteous cut off, man? So the Lord, he will not cut off his elect, but continuing on.
Even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness.
Now, who plowed iniquity and sowed wickedness upon the planet Earth? Was it the Arabs? Was it Gaddafi? Or Saddam Hussein with the weapons of mass destruction? No, man. All hands pointing to the Edomites. You know? Read that again, bro.
Come. Even as I have seen they that plow iniquity, slide. Job 4 and 8, even as I have seen they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness, reap the same.
Reap the same. So guess what? Everything that you put in, the Lord is going to give it back unto you, but double. That's what it says there in what it is in Revelation 13 and 9. You know what I'm saying? He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. And even goes back into Revelation the 18th chapter. Reward her even as she rewarded you, doubled unto her. So again, we had like, around 500 years of slavery, 400 years, 500 years, give or take, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, at the end of the day, Yahweh Shemai is going to get this nigga 1,000 years of hardcore slavery. Because we still in slavery to this day. You know, but it's more of a mental slavery. You still got to go to work, you still got a Social Security and everything. You know? You got to stop.
If I made to back you up, what you quoted, this is Revelation 18 and 6. Reward her even as she rewarded you.
Reward her even as she what am I going to reward us with? Slavery, man. Planned Parenthood. There's a lot of, you can go all day long with the GMOs, chemtrails in the air, forever plastics in your, it's forever plastics in every damn brother bloodline, man. Yeah. And the reason why you complain of so-called white men, he got a sea, it's like a trash island in the middle of the sea, man. And then and everybody going like everything is normal. No, that shit is not fucking normal, man. The only reason why it's normal because it's under the rulership of the so-called white man. You got it though, bro.
And double unto her, double according to her works.
Double according to her works. You got it.
So I mean, just going into it. That's why the Lord is justified for what he's going to do upon Babylon the Great. For which that the land cannot be cleansed except for the
blood.
Yeah. All the blood, rape, rob, and murder that Esau sold upon planet Earth. That's why the Lord going to be justified in his works for destroying Babylon the Great and Esau evil. For the treacherous work they committed upon the planet Earth and upon the people and upon the land. If I may continue, it says, and double unto her according to her works, and the cup which she hath filled to her double. Yeah. And that's going to be, going into that destruction. The Lord going to do an excessive destruction at 200,000. You got it?
No, you got it.
Yeah, 200,000. The Lord is going to, do overkill on this place for all the shit that, is part of my language. The stuff that Esau Edom has done upon the earth. You raped, robbed, and murdered your way to the top. You destroyed the earth. Everything you do produces death. That's why the Lord going to be justified in pouring out that excessive destruction on this place.
You got it. Going to that cup, because it was in that cup filling into double. Because it was in that cup of America and tell them niggas dropping milk on people. That's part of the ingredients that's in the mixture of this cup. Beautiful. So the Lord gonna pour that same shit. Them same ingredients Americans use gonna find on this place, man.
Yeah.
But what comes with that cup, man? We know what it is to drink. We know that. What's a shot? Hey, I feel alright. What's 2 shots? Hey, I'm feeling alright. What's 3? I'm buzzed. 4 shit, I might be drunk. Lord said, reward unto her double. So it's an understanding that comes with each, with the level of drink that you take in. Lord said, reward unto her double. So understand that it's Jake's getting their asses kicked on this side, and Jake ain't got to understand. Jake he feels something. But Esau actually gonna understand why he getting his ass kicked, because we ain't gonna lie to him in the kingdom. Like Esau lied to us, like we feel like we justified in making our accusations against Yahweh Shem Yahushua, bringing railing accusations against him. So in this side, it's like Jake ain't fully understanding the judgment that's to come to him. Esau's going to fully understand his judgment in the day of wrath.
That's why I say, if I may, that's why I was say, my punishment is better than knocking back.
Yeah, it's like, God,
Esau got like prognosticators that can see the future and shit.
Yeah.
You know, nigga looking through the hourglass say, yeah, man, that's you, David. You know,
that's scary.
That's you. And this nigga David got a plan, like I said, you gotta go, you struggling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got 800 kilos of gold, you carrying it, man.
Yeah.
You got 200 Edomites, but they did the same shit into us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Jake working every fucking day, even the fucking Egyptians. Imagine how those pyramids have to be moved, man. Show it, tell you, it had to be a Jake to navigate that, man. But you gotta do it.
Yeah, but Jake, it's going, us, only the elect can take it now. It's like, I know, hey man, my car broke down. I had to get his brother this money to make sure I get here. I'm understanding all of this end all be all. I can blame Esau, but I did that. Yep. I sinned against the Lord. I'm bearing that, you see, and we bear it with an understanding.
Hey man, it's like going into we drunk in the dregs.
Yeah.
You know, we see the bottom of the barrel for going off against the Lord. So are you all together that's going punished roughly paraphrase? So the children that Yahweh Shema love, he put hell on us, beat the shit out of us, pardon my language. So how much more so those who the Lord hate? But you know, he gonna whoop your ass.
That's why I say the Lord loved us. But how much more evil? That Malachi the 1st chapter. You know what I'm saying? But real quick, get what you got.
Con, this is 2 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
Basically, it says to recompense tribulation unto them that trouble you, man. So all the things that Esau did unto us, the Lord said it's a righteous thing with their ass back. Now, payback, big payback. You mess around, it's my girlfriend. That ain't right. That ain't right. It ain't righteous, man, how these guys navigate throughout the whole planet Earth, man. And that's why I say it's a righteous thing. Because guess what? We're letting you get our licks back, man. We're letting you get our licks in. Jake, a lot of times, when you come to this truth, you basically have to be an expert at taking a lot of shit on the chin. You know, you have to have that iron chin, for the lack of better words. Keep on getting hit, and you boom. You still stepping forward, man. You get hit, boom. You still, you know what I'm saying? So us navigating that. So imagine when Esau get hit with that same fist. Esau gonna get knocked out. And it ain't like the fight gonna be over. It's gonna get your bitch ass up, man. You know what I'm saying?
Like Jack Johnson when he took the title for the first time.
Yeah, you feel me?
Hold his crap.
Hold this motherfucker up, man. Nigga lean and carry the fight. No, bro. You gonna have to get what you deserve. And what these guys deserve, slavery and destruction, man. Everything that you reap, that's the same thing you're gonna sow. We just read it in the book of Revelation, the 18th chapter. And guess what? We ain't even gotten to really the perfection of Esau's wickedness, man. Because Jacob's trouble is seen in different spots. But the perfection of Esau's wickedness is going to be when that sea hip come out here, man. That's going to be a part of the draconian laws. Bible shop, before you go back, get that word draconian once again. But get your precept first, man. Get your precept first. Get that real quick, that Revelation 13.
I got you.
You got it, bro. But get that word, brother, get that word draconian, man. You know, hey, Bible shop.
This is draconian.
You got it? Hey, break it down, too.
Yeah, it says from Draco, it says mandating death for even minor offenses, leading to the term excessively harsh or severe. And that's exactly what Esau is showing you now, you know, with his draconian measures. Because Esau done came out now, it's like, you know, it was a thing that he came out and said that, yo, hey, we're gonna forgive the debts of the college individuals. Now with these draconian measures that he's pushing out or whatever, he basically gonna say, hey man, scratch that, man. It's too much money. Oh, we need money from everybody. That's a draconian measure because, hey bro, from the poor man to the rich man, everybody's barely making their bills because it just came out that 92% of Americans, only 92% of Americans have less than $1,000 in their savings account from month to month, man. So the dude who's walking around in this BMW, this Benz right here, to be honest, he probably got $1,200 in his savings account, man. So one bad money, he threw, man. So what more for Esau now? He telling you that, hey, yo, for you to be a part of this next society, you're gonna have to take part of this MOTB, man.
Yeah.
Because all roads leads to this micro C-hip at this point.
Yeah. It's gonna be a new way of life. That's why through the spirit in the time of the Crown 19, what was the whole thing? The new normal.
Yeah.
The new normal is gonna be a device going inside your body, man. You know, people, niggas worry about money, cars, clothes, and hoes. But guess what? All these damn things, in order to keep it, they're gonna try to put a device inside your body, man. And niggas are so stupid and so docile, I don't even realize what's going on upon the planet Earth in biblical prophecy, man. Get that Revelation 13 chapter.
Yeah, Revelation 13.
Matter of fact, it's started at verse 14. Man.
Done. Verse 14. It says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth. But
Let's start at verse 12. So like, no, take your time.
yeah, this is Revelation 13.
Start at verse 12.
Yeah, Revelation 13 to verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming out of the earth.
Yep.
And he had two horns like a lamb and spake as a dragon.
Now the other beast is basically this beast system as a whole. And those two horns is basically the Democrats and the Republicans. But guess what? They are part of the same beast. Even though they probably two sides of the body, they still have the same damn goal, man.
Yep.
They still. You said what?
Flavians and the patricians.
Yeah, the Flavians and the patricians, man. You got it.
Yeah, it says, and he exercised all the power of the first beast before him.
And that's the Flavians and what? The patricians, man. Which was the ancient Roman what?
Yeah.
Democrats and Republicans. You got it.
Yeah, it says, and caused the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast.
Yes, the earth was basically just referencing that first system. Because America, even how it's planned out, even different maps, how BC laid out, is basically based on what? The Roman Empire.
Right.
Come on.
It says, whose deadly wound was healed.
Whose deadly wound was healed. That's Rome all over again, brother. Now, if you don't believe that, then just, you got it. You know what I mean? That's me in my house. We gonna serve the Lord, man. We know that it's talking about the ancient Roman Empire, which have been resurrected here today. Because after, when you go into when Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue in 1942, their Renaissance age, their Renaissance means what? The rebirth of what? The rebirth of Edomites getting back into power.
You got it, bro. This is First Maccabees 8 and 15. Moreover, how they had made for themselves a Senate house. Now, this is speaking during the time of the Maccabees, so this is during the time of the Greek, the Greco-Roman Empire coming into to fruition. All right. It says, moreover, how they had made for themselves a Senate house wherein 320 men sat in council daily.
If I may, it says a Senate house.
Senate.
And why is a house of Senate up there in D.C.? Come on now. You got it.
And that's what the brother was going into, the Flavians and the patricians. Because when you go into the, I want to say the Flavians were for the Flavians were for the rich and the patricians for the poor. Yeah. Or vice versa.
So the Flavians was for Republicans and the patricians were the Democrats.
Were the Democrats. So it says, wherein 320 men sat in councils daily. All right, that's what they say. Hey, the Congress or the Senate is in session. Congress is in session. It says consulting always for the people. Why? Because you got state representatives. You got your senators and you got your state representatives.
Your governors.
Yep, your governors. It says,
and even it's like even going down to mayors. There was the same thing they had in the Roman Empire. You would have a nigga that's over this, then you would have a nigga that's over his own land. Really, that's like your own kingdom. You know what I'm saying? You got it?
Like Pontius Pilate was like the mayor. So
yeah, the mayor.
Yeah. It says, consulting always for the people
to the end
that they might be well ordered. Yeah, so in that being well ordered, see, they came with a new system outside of what the world had known through having a kingship.
Monarch.
A monarch. That's the word I was looking
Because
for. A monarch.
If I may, even when you go into like Julius Caesar, he was like a king, but he had got counsel from the Senate. And that's who put him together. You know what I'm saying? But you got
Yeah, they did, man. And it's like E2 Brutus.
E2 Brutus, you too.
It shows you like, man, that Senate is something wicked, man.
But they tell you if you don't go along to get along, it's gonna be repercussions behind it.
Yeah, kind of.
Look at JFK, Abraham Lincoln, and things like that. But at the end of the day, through the spirit and power of Ahchya Yashiyah, the Lord have set up us to speak against this wicked ass place. Because the Lord have protection over his prophets, man. But just going back into the favors and patricians, even a lot of those different Senate people that's even today that don't play along with the get along, then guess what? They get out. They get outed. There was one nigga, man, I think it was like the governor of Milwaukee, a nigga up there in Milwaukee, they just exposed this nigga from being a crackhead and everything. And he was like an interview, he was like, yeah, that's my business. And nigga still on business, man. He was like, yeah, that's my business and everything. What I do in my personal life, that's me. And nigga still in office right now, man. Just showing you how a lot of those senators that was even back then, and the senators that's even play today, they're nothing but wicked individuals, man. A lot of sickos and freaks that have power and that shouldn't have rulership. Because we can see what happens when the wicked have rulership. You know? You got it, right? You go back, got some more?
Yeah, I had some more. I wanted to go into it. I'll finish off that precept. I wanted to go into give better clarification for that flavor of patricians.
Yeah.
Says
I think patricians though.
the patricians were wealthy land owning.
Yeah, because if I make the patricians goes back into patriot.
Yeah.
Patriots. That what it was.
Yeah, it said descended from the Roman founders, holding much political power, while the plebeians were common people, farmers, laborers, and merchants.
And that's like the Democrats. If you don't vote for Joe Biden, you ain't black.
You ain't black.
You know what I'm saying? That was basically is, man. But going back, there's on that.
Yeah, I'll finish off at 16. It
Okay,
says,
done.
and that they committed their government to one man, and this is just synonymous finishing off that showing you that this is the same makeup, because the brother spoke to the Senate House. Now the scriptures is telling you of the president, man. All right, it says, and they committed their government to one man every year, who ruled over all their country.
That sound like an election. Yeah.
And that all were obedient to that one, and that there were neither envy nor emulation among them. So that's going into, it's like, you know, they got a term, it's like the president-elect, but once he makes it to that inauguration day, that's your president, man. All right, so it ain't gonna be no whatever Donald Trump says, it goes, man, unless he's willing to go to war with the Senate.
And if I may, guess what? Donald Trump getting order for somebody else. Just like Julius Caesar, man. And you don't like what I'm saying? Shit.
We'll poke holes in
You got poke holes. We gonna get Brutus on your ass, man.
That was it on that.
You get shot in him, man. You know what I'm saying? The back of your head be blown. And your wife gonna try to escape. We're gonna get that bitch too, man. You got it, though. Go back into the Revelation 13. Just going back on that flavors and patricians.
Yeah, this Revelation 13:11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and spake as a dragon.
Yeah, and spake as a dragon. Now that word dragon actually goes back into what? That draconian law. Draco, man. And again, that's these harsh laws that ultimately would not omit mercy. That's why it's a such thing called summary execution. If you're not going along with the get along, if you're not with this system, this guy have all right to do a speedy trial and to cut your head off, man. You got it, bro.
Yes, it says, and he exercised all the
Matter
power.
of fact, real quick, get Isaiah 10:1 just to back that up. You know, just going back, because again, that he spake as a dragon is talking about these laws and legislations that he pushed forth here in these latter days. Y'all got it?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 10, verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have
They
prescribed.
said they write grievous which they have prescribed. Now, real quick, give me what you got.
It says,
Yeah, where draconian?
yeah, it says draconian. It says a mandated death is punishment for minor crimes, harsh and severe.
Real quick, this is a mandated.
Yeah.
Basically, that means they had to be written in the paper. That's coming from up top. It's not a series of random events. No, it's plain. You got it?
It says, mandated harsh or severe or rigorous punishment for minor crimes. Seeing, it says, it literally goes to sharp sight. So like every time Esau looks to pass judgment upon you, it's gonna be with a sharp judgment. It ain't gonna be with him looking to show mercy. You know, it's always to show an exact judgment.
And that's really him revealing himself to be the devil. Just going back into what? The devil coming down having great wrath, man.
Yep.
That's all that's happening, man. It's nothing new upon the sun. You know,
So, man,
you got it, bro.
Just going into, you said death for minor crimes.
Yeah,
That's
death for
those
minor
unjust decrees.
Beautiful, beautiful.
He's an unjust man. Going back to profane, everything this devil do is not according to the law, statutes, commandments, Yahweh Shema Shah. Going back to why the Lord gonna be justified for recompense to this devil. It's like,
Real quick, give me this since we just said that. You got it?
God, it's Isaiah 10:1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness, which they have
And
prescribed.
that's different. That's through these different laws and legislations. Because even once you go into the Medicaid bill that this guy Barack Obama came out with, I think it's like 1,000 pages in, man. Ultimately, it's a bill about the seal that you have to take a tiny little device inside your body. You know?
You wrote 1,000 pages. Put that in.
Yeah, just 1,000, and it's some miscellaneous.
Yeah.
Telling you, nigga, it's a whole bunch of BS once you read it.
Yeah, it's a
and then it's the what you want to see.
Yeah.
You know, that's why even Esau, he got a lot of shit redacted. When you go into like a lot of files and shit in the CIA, a lot of that shit redacted. So, cause some of that shit just bullshit.
Yeah.
Nigga talking about this shit, that shit. But some of that shit that's redacted, it be, you know, some nice shit. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it just shows you throughout the laws and decrees and the statutes and limitations that this guy pushed forth, he's finna calm down having great wrath. And this is an excuse. It's a reason why. That's why it's a such thing called a domestic terror. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's a such thing called, what it is, not mutiny, treason. It's a such thing called treason, man. And that's the reason why they really put Yahushua to death under the banner of treason, man. Then you say you was gonna burn down this place up. And niggas was called, then you say, and it's gonna be niggas like that to us. Niggas you met in high school and shit. Then you say, you told me America gonna be destroyed, bro.
Yep.
You know, and you gonna have to be like, man, I sure did. You know?
I said that. Yeah,
I said, and what? I ain't say it.
I mean,
You know,
like
my
me.
Lord said it. No, I said it too, because my Lord said it, man. Because at the end of the day, Yahweh Shema Shah is making these words faithful and true. And the reason why we're going to get confronted with these different harsh tones or these harsh doctrines, because they're going to see it come to pass. You got it, Lord.
going back to that word martial law, just going into those unjust decrees. In the AI overview, Salaki, the term martial law comes from the adjective martial, meaning warlike.
What?
Or pertaining to the military.
Yeah, it says meaning warlike or pertaining to the military. Now, Baba Bashar, brother, holds Psalms 140 and 1. You got to read it again. Break it down, brother.
Khan, it says the term martial law comes from the adjective martial, meaning warlike. Just going back into, we're in a time of war. Going back to Ecclesiastes, this is a time of war. Going back to Romans 12 and 12, a Salaki, Revelation 12 and 12, this devil coming down with great wrath. Right? This devil's in a warlike state, going back to his true characteristics, all the way back to Cain, Quayon, that sharp dagger, roughly paraphrasing. That's the characteristics of this devil. He's a murderer, rape, robber, and a murderer, from the beginning. But it says meaning warlike or pertaining to the military, which itself derives from the Latin martilius, meaning Mars, the Roman god of war.
The Roman god of war?
The Roman god of war. It said Roman.
It said Roman.
It's the revised Roman Empire, but that's that Esau is going back to that state which the Lord created him to be in. A damn devil, right? So, if it's war, man, it's going back to this devil gonna come down against us. But that's why the Lord gonna be justified with coming against him.
And
and the fact that they mention Rome, man, that shows you that America is nothing more than just Rome all over, man. You see, and Rome was known for for being bloody. That was like a bloody era. Swords and gladiator games and things like that.
When you go into, I think it's Daniel 9th chapter or Daniel 7th chapter, when it says that beast with iron teeth,
iron teeth.
which basically is the representation of what? War. Now Bible Kashak, get that Psalm 140. Y'all. Start at 1.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 140, verse 1. Deliver me, O Lord, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man.
Preserve me from the violent man. And look what happened to this nigga we're doing in Venezuela, man. Because people think like, we just gotta got this dictator out, and not Trump finna save us. And you didn't see a lot of people in Venezuela, but it was a lot of Spanish countries that's like, yeah, they hyped up, they going along with the getting along, not knowing that your ass next, man. If you don't bow down into the system, this nigga gonna get you next. You gotta read it again.
This is Psalms chapter 140, verse 1. Deliver me, O Lord, from the evil man.
From the evil man.
Preserve me from the violent man.
From the violent man. So we asking, Lord, please deliver us from Esau Edom, man. And if Abel was here today, he'll say the same thing. Lord, please keep me from Cain. But prophecy must be fulfilled. You got it.
Which imagine mischiefs in their heart.
And that's what he do. And a part of him imagine mischiefs is different laws and legislations. Jaywalking. And jaywalking is really just because you the suspect of you a Jake. And now we have what's called suspicion. Suspicion that you might be doing something. Let me check you out, man.
Look at you.
Look at you. Walking across the street. But you got order.
Continually are they gathered together for war.
That's it. Continually are they gathered together for war. Just going back with the brother Samak just pulled out that word martial, which goes back to the word mar, which is what? The Roman god of war, which put Esau back upon the scene here today. How did he get control of Venezuela, man? This nigga was bombing boats for like 2 months straight, man. But they said you got some on it. Matter of fact, continue on.
Verse 3. They have sharpened their tongues like a serpent.
They have sharpened their tongues like a serpent. Now, part of them sharpening their tongues like a serpent is through these different laws and legislations, man. Even once you go into, it's different laws that was passed during the Crown 19 to actually cut off certain urban neighborhoods, man. Or have the right for you to go into certain urban neighborhoods, man. You got it.
Adder's poison is under their lips.
Yeah, adder's poison is under their lips, man. Because ultimately, when they speak unto you, it's not to benefit you. When they speak unto you, ultimately, it's for you to be put to death, man. You got it.
Keep me, O Lord Yahweh, from the hands of the wicked. Preserve me from the violent man.
Yeah, preserve me from the violent man. Come on.
Who have purpose to overthrow my goings.
Now, how have he purpose to overthrow our goings? This nigga don't want us to believe in Yahweh by Yahweh. He don't want us to worship the Lord. He don't want us to return back into our power. So he's gonna do a lot of shit to demonize us, man. That's like when Yahweh Shah was back upon the scene. It ain't like everybody. Everybody was. It was only a certain small group of people that was really rejoicing at Yahweh Shah, man. While the rest of the people that was on the outside looking in, they was talking shit. They didn't want Yahweh Shah to be kings at because they was used to their Roman Empire. They was used to the deities that the Romans was giving them. Even once you go into John the Baptist, because John the Baptist, he was part of their royal line. John the Baptist, he could have stayed in the temple, but the Lord put the spirit on him to dwell, in the wilderness. But it's a girl named Salome, and her mother, she the one that danced before Herod. And she was an Israelite. She was the one that danced before Herod and caused John the Baptist to be put to death, man. And the only reason why John the Baptist got put to death is because he was speaking the damn truth, man. He was condemning Herod for committing damn adultery. You claim you a damn Jew, but you sleeping around and freaking around, man. You gotta go, right?
Come. Keep me, O Lord, from the hands of the wicked. Preserve me from the violent man.
Yeah, preserve me from the violent man. Come on.
Who have purpose to overthrow my goings.
Yeah, who have purpose to overthrow my goings. And that's what Esau main goal is, man. To overthrow us from believing upon Yahweh by Yahweh Shah.
Right.
You got it.
The proud have hid a snare for me.
Yeah, the pride have hid a snare for me. Come on.
And cords, they have spread a net by the wayside.
And that net is basically a trap. something that you can walk in and ultimately just kill yourself, man. And you can say, yeah, that's talking about black on black. You can say, yeah, it's black on black crime. Niggas giving us a Smith & Wesson gun. Who the fuck is Smith & Wesson? A Browning pistol. Who the fuck is Browning? Because all the things, even crack cocaine, who made that up, man? Even though Jake perfected it, but at the same time, who the one that gave you those instruments of evil? The so-called white man.
Good.
You got it?
God, they have set gins for me, Salah.
Yep.
I have said unto the Lord, thou art my power.
Yep. Come on.
Hear the voice of my supplications, O Lord.
That was pretty much on that, but that's why we sign and crying for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. You know, you got some more?
Yeah. Going back to the Roman Empire, Daniel 7 and verse 7, it says, after this I saw in the night vision, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly.
Yeah, and that fourth beast. Now, who know all the beasts, man? Who the first beast is?
Babylon, Assyrian Babylonian Empire.
Yeah, who the second beast?
Persian,
Who the third beast?
Grecian,
And who the fourth beast?
The Romans.
The Romans, man. So this is the fourth beast, just like the statue. Ain't like things change up the Lord and switch it up. This talking about the Moabites. No, their names might change, but guess what? The stories stay the same, man. So this fourth beast is talking about those long legs. You got it?
That's it. It says, it was exceeding and strong exceedingly, and had great iron teeth, and devoured and break in pieces.
It says it had great iron teeth. Now again, that great iron teeth actually goes back into his military, his weapons of war, which goes back into what? Probably can get Genesis 27 and like 38, around 40. That's what the sword. Showing you that Esau here these latter days was going to be the rulers of the Roman Empire, man. Read that again, huh?
Yeah, it says, and after this I saw in the night vision, and behold, the fourth beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly.
They're strong exceedingly, because nobody can really fuck with the Roman military, man. That's why even back then, that was one of the most largest lands of the ancient world, man. But now the whole, basically, they ruled the modern world back then, the whole modern world back then. But you go back, fast forward today, they ruled the whole modern world today. Because even today, it was the fulfillment of Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Because this guy, he got rule over the west. He got rule over the east. He have like 92, I think 100 out of 192 countries. This nigga got at least 88% of the countries, man. You know what I'm saying? But you guys go up. I think matter of fact, you got it. I know that.
I was just looking up, Rome had over like 40 to 50 provinces.
Yeah.
You know, that's the largest plots of land. You know, and that just show you how strong Rome military was. It tell you how they was greatly feared, man. You know, but just continuing on, it says it had great iron teeth.
Yep.
It devoured and break in pieces.
Yeah, that iron teeth represents the Roman military. In breaking in pieces, it's talking about all these different nations. The Esau know about that. They know that God blessed them with the sword, and that's the reason why the Roman military was so great. You got it?
I got something. Just a couple precepts to add on to those points.
You got it.
Backdrop. All right, this is First Maccabees 8 and 9. All right. Matter of fact, I'm gonna read up at 8. It says, in the country of India, in Media, in Lydia. All right, that's going into the prophecies going back into Daniel, those 3 ribs. All right, that was in the mouth of the bear. All right, it says of the goodliest countries which they took of him and gave to the king Adumes. Moreover,
Idumea.
yeah, Adumes. See?
Yeah, that what it goes back into.
Moreover,
Yeah,
how the Grecians had determined, and that's going into that iron teeth. All right, it started with the Grecians, but it was really perfected as the Romans.
Yeah, because
all right?
once you go into like the Greco-Roman Empire, it actually goes back into like Daniel 11 chapter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When ultimately, really who it is?
Say it again.
The Romans 11 chapter. The king of the north and king of the east. You know, that was Ptolemy and who?
Ptolemy.
It's part of 4 kings.
Ptolemy.
Lysander. Yeah.
It's Lysander. He fought.
Yeah, because he was the king. He was the king of the north. Was ultimately I think that was Lasamelius.
That was
The king
Lasamelius.
of the South was Ptolemy.
Ptolemy.
Because he was the ruler over Egypt.
Yeah.
But you gotta realize, I think Lasamelius, they was growing up in the north. You know what I'm saying? That's what what's that story like? Not Cassandra. What's that lady's name? Mark Anthony and
Cleopatra.
Cleopatra. Because that's like after all that bullshit, that's when like the Roman Empire was really established. You gotta go.
That was the perfect.
Yeah, you know, that was the Roman. Yeah, because that's really history though. Because once you go into like the because that's what really the Maccabees go into like the Greco-Roman Empire. But after like Mark Anthony and Cleopatra, that's like when the Roman Empire was fully stepped down. That's like that was really the end of the waste for lack of better. Then it is the rulership of the leaders. It's a lot. Yeah, the brass. You know what I'm saying? Then it was the rulership of the leaders. But you got to ox like
it says, moreover, how the Grecians had determined to come and destroy them. All right, and this is going into those iron teeth. So it mentioned the Grecians, and that they, having knowledge thereof, sent against them a certain captain, fighting with them, slew many of them, and carried away captives their wives and their children, and spoiled them, and took possessions of their lands, and pulled down their strongholds, and brought them to be servants until this day. So it spoke to the Grecians, and it, who did they go over? Who lands did they take over? They took over particular provinces in which Jake were inhabited, and they say he ruled unto this day. That's what the brother was going into. That out of all of these hundreds of countries, hey, Esau owned 88% of them, man. That's crazy, man. So really, the only places he ain't got a stronghold over is China and Iran. Russia is still the Edomite territory, so he still got control over it. It's just Amalek doesn't run Russia. That's the problem, you know. You got
teaming motherfucker, you know. Teaming gonna do what he gonna do.
That was it.
Yeah. This Daniel 7 and verse 7 again. It says, and after this I saw in the night vision, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible, and he seated and strong and sitting, and it had great iron teeth. It devoured and brake in pieces, and stamped the residue with the feet of it.
Yeah, so basically taking over different lands, man. The same thing that Trump is doing today with Venezuela. You got it?
It says, and it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns.
Yeah, it was diverse from all the people before, but they had 10 horns. Just like the dead had 10 horns, man. You got it, though. The reason why it was diverse is because you mentioned earlier about that monarch. You know, instead of them having a monarch rulership, they have the rulership of the Democrats and the Republicans, or the plebeians, and the patricians. Yeah, the Senate House.
The scripture speaks that he spoke from his belly. You know, that's the sin. That's speaking from the belly, speaking from the Senate House.
Yeah, he was speaking from the head.
He was speaking from the head.
Spirit. It wasn't a monarch. It was the Senate. And that's how you think what your lower half, not your upper half. You got it.
Yes, it says, I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn, before whom there were 3 of the first horn plucked up by the root.
Yeah, and then what they're talking about the Spanish American War, the French American War, and the American Revolution. You got it.
It says, and behold, and this horn.
Because even with that little horn, that's how America really got established. You know, because even with, Rome didn't really get established until after a couple wars. So America had to be established after a couple wars. It's the same thing. It mimic each other. You know, you got it.
Yes, it says, and behold, and this horn were eyes like the eyes of man, and a mouth speaking great things.
And a mouth speaking great things. That's different through these different laws and legislations, man. Get some more on that?
Yeah, the eyes of a man going into the founding fathers. It's like that being the head of this society that was to dominate the American landscape. Those eyes of a man was your American founding fathers, you know? Your Benjamin Franklin's, your
Declaration of Independence. John Hancock, Thomas Jefferson,
George Washington.
But even then, again, that's how this guy really got established. But at the same time, he's gonna get taken down. After all that build up, man, in 1776 from the Roman Empire, you did all that shit for nothing. Because as you rebuild, the Lord is going to throw you down. So I'll get that Malachi.
Con. It's the book of Malachi, chapter 1, start at the top. The burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith the Lord Yahweh. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us?
Yeah, right. Wherein has thou loved us? Because they go through a lot of hell, man. You know what I'm saying? So guess what? You got it.
Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau.
So our Lord hated Esau. So all the hell that we go through, niggas get shot down in the middle of the streets. You know, sometimes they don't eat at night. You know what I'm saying? Your lights be off and shit like that. That means the Lord still love you because you still got the Spirit upon you. You still believe. You still got faith. Ultimately, the Lord will put the Spirit on Jacob just to continue on to the next day. So imagine how the Spirit of the Lord is going to put on Esau in the kingdom of heaven. Every day in the kingdom of heaven, Esau going to want to pass away. But he can't. And the reason why, because the Lord is going to let us soak in that judgment, man, that you well deserve. You got it, bro.
God. And laid his mountains and his heritage waste.
Yes, laid his mountains and his heritage waste. That's talking about your rulership of your current kingdom. It's not going to be held up forever. No, it's going to be destroyed by intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. All the things that you build up will be taken down.
Yes, bro.
You got it, bro.
God. And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas
In your spirit, America is going to be a big desert. You got it.
Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished,
Yep.
but we will return and build the desolate places.
And that's talking about the Roman Empire, man. Because them guys that was impoverished, they basically fell off around, what it is, around, I think, 300 AD, give or take. You know what I'm saying? The Roman Empire ultimately failed. It got to a point where it was the Eastern Roman Empire and the Western Roman Empire. Then it got to the point they just crumbled and folded amongst each other, man. You know, but after that, once you go back into Christopher Columbus, they was resurrected. You know, around the early 1300s, even with that guy named Pope Alexander the 16th. You know what I'm saying? And what's the other guy named Chesley Bourgeois?
Yeah.
That's a part of these guys being resurrected once again, because why? That was the time of the Renaissance. About Bashar, look up that word Renaissance for. You know, read that again.
Come. Malachi 1 and 4, whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places.
Yes, we are impoverished, but we will return and build in desolate places. And Bible Bashar, keep that NLT for me. That's what the NLT said about it. You know? Y'all brother got that word Renaissance for me?
Yeah, cuz. All right, this is Renaissance. This goes back to the Latin. It says nasi, and it goes, when you go further down, it says French. Re means back. Naissance means birth. So
Yeah.
it goes to rebirth or back again.
Yeah, to rebirth the back again. That's why it says we will return and build in desolate places.
Yep,
America, man. You gotta realize about that. When Christopher Columbus coming over here to the West, it wasn't just no regular thing. No, that was a strategic attack, man. From Yahweh by Hashem Shah.
And if I may, hey, this place wasn't desolate. That's really in the sense when you look at a desolate place, it's gonna be a place that has to be worked. It's gonna have to be tilled, man. But Esau would like to have Jake think that, you know, when he came over here and subdued America, this place was a desolate wilderness. No, man, that's just how he. That's just his expression of things.
It was like a spirit, you know, what you call it was desolate. The ancient Roman Empire was desolate.
Yeah.
But get what you got, some real quick.
Just going back to this devil's plans and plots and schemes, we're not ignorant concerning the devil's devices. Even going back to these psyops and different things this devil present, going back to the name of that lady who so-called, you know, ice agents.
Yeah.
Her name was Renee. You know,
Yeah.
going back to that name Renee, which the priest Josh brought out from the Mississippi camp. Renee is a feminine name of French origin, a variation of Renee meaning reborn or born again. Yeah, if I may, just going back into we seeing this devil plots and schemes. He trying to rebuild again. Going back into the time of the so-called Dark Age, and this devil came upon the scene. And now he's trying to forward his kingdom because he's knowing again, going back to that Revelation 12 and 12, that he had but a short time. So this devil is lashing out and scratching and clawing and throwing that Hail Mary, going for the gusto to try to continue on forward his enterprise But we know, as it said in the book of Job, this devil ain't gonna be able to do that because the Lord gonna cut him off.
Yep.
It's like,
Why he's eating.
Yeah.
He's gonna reign, you know what I'm saying? So it's the beautiful thing. While this guy is trying to reveal that the only thing the Lord is gonna do is rain on your parade. You know, you got the NLT for me?
Come on. This is Malachi chapter 1 and verse 4 in the NLT. Esau's descendants and Edom may say.
In that spirit, it says the descendants. That's not talking about Esau, Edom as itself. That's talking about the descendants, the ones that come after you. So the ones that came after the Roman Empire, you got it.
Come. Esau's descendants and Edom may say, we have been shattered, but we will rebuild the ruins.
Yeah, we have been shattered. We fell off, but we will rebuild the ruins. And that's the reason why after they rebuild America, they model it after Rome. You go into your courthouse and how much you want to bet, it's going to look like a Roman house, a Roman city. It ain't going to look like the Jerusalem. It ain't going to look like the temple. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going to be no calf back there with the incense. No. It's going to be a pillar that's similar to Rome and also that's similar to Mount Seir. Because even today, once you go into Mount Seir, that's one of the things that Esau preserved because that's where his history goes back into, man.
So like Petra.
Yeah,
back
Petra.
in Jordan.
Jordan.
Those columns.
Yep.
That's exactly, if I may, exactly what those courthouses look like. They built just like, ancient Roman, buildings, man. It's like.
And when you go into that land, what is that? It's Edom, the land that the Lord gave you. Showing you that the Roman empires, why you ain't model yourself after Elon? Why you ain't model yourself after Jerusalem, the chosen nation? No, you did your own thing, but what, you're a fucking Edomite. You know, that's why, again, the Lord said prophesy against Mount Seir, because even how these different courthouses laid out, it's laid out like Mount Seir, man. You know, you gotta go up.
Come. Esau's descendants and Edom may say, we have been shattered, but we will rebuild the ruins.
Yeah, we will rebuild the ruins. So the Roman Empire fell around 300 AD, give or take. But guess what? They said they would rebuild the ruins around the late 1300s, the mid 1300s. You know, you got it.
Come. But the Lord of heaven's armies replied, they may try to rebuild.
You might try to rebuild. You got it.
But I will demolish them again.
But I would demolish them again. So how the Lord destroyed the ancient Roman Empire, the Lord is going to do it again, but it's going to be more magnified, man. It's not going to be just through wars, through ancient garments rolled in blood. It's going to be through fuel and fire, man.
Sick.
You got it, bro.
Come. Their country will be known as the land of wickedness.
Yes, the country will be known as the land of wickedness. And that's why America is known as what? The valley of the shadow of death, man. You got it, bro.
Come. And their people will be called the people of whom the Lord is forever angry.
Yes, so that's talking about the Edomites, going back into the spirit of Cain. The spirit of Cain is heavy today, man. That's why when you read, continue on in Genesis, the 4th chapter, it says, the Lord shall have vengeance upon Cain. Roughly paraphrasing, but it says, Cain, the punishment is ready not to bear. And it says, whoever touches Cain shall be judged sevenfold. And whoever touches
Find
him,
him.
you got that.
Nah, I was just thinking about what said, whoever find him shall slay him.
Yeah, whoever shall find him shall slay him. But again, that puts Esau up on the scene. But again, that's just telling you how Ahchya Yashiyah is really setting up Esau Edom to be his piece of chicken, man. You know, because Jake trying to put things in our own hands. Niggas trying to get, we finna get a whole bunch of AKs. No, bro. We ain't in that spirit over here, man. We in the spirit of trusting in the Lord, man. Ain't nothing wrong if you got what you got out there. Hey, the Lord gonna defend me, brother. You know, even if a brother had to get taken out, man, call Allah Ahchya Yashiyah, you get taken out for the word's sake, man. If you go out a manly way. You know what I'm saying? What you got, bro?
So like with the weapons of our warfare, our spiritual.
That's it.
Go on, man.
Yeah. You got it, bro.
Yeah, this is like you said, Esau, Yahushua's big piece of chicken. Yeah, this is Isaiah 63 and verse 1. It says, who is this that cometh from Basra with dyed garments? It's like, who is this that come from Edom with dyed garments from Basra?
Hey, if I may, it says, who is this that come from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? Now, what is Basra, man? That's one of the chief cities of Edom, man. You know? You got it, Lord. You got it right there.
Yeah. It says traveling in the greatness of his strength. I speak in righteousness mighty to save. You see, and this is how it was shot, man. Like the brother was going, like the officer was going into, you know, the Lord has set Esau up to pretty much be that big piece of chicken, you know, because the Romans was the ones who killed Yahushua, man. You know, so that same regime is pretty much back today because the Lord told him that he wasn't gonna meet him as a man. You know, but it continue on to say, wherefore art thou red and thine apparel and thy garments like him that tread the wine fat. So this shows you what kind of energy Yahushua coming in, man. Beautiful. You know, he said, I ain't coming to send peace on earth. I'm coming to send a sword. Yeah. So really the Lord coming, you know, to kill, man.
Yeah, he ain't the same, that dude.
Yeah.
That's why he was going on Revelation, the 19th chapter. Who is that comes from heaven? Not like righteous, not righteous, mighty saved, but in war those like. Damn. I agree with you.
Yeah. It says, wherefore art thou red and thine apparel, and thy garments like him that tread the wine fats.
Now, real quick, read what you got read again, verse 2.
Yeah, it says, wherefore art thou red and thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth the wine fat.
Now, real quick, this is the book of Revelation 19 and verse 11. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. And he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness doth he judge and make war.
See, and this is Yahushua, because his nature is war, man. You know, he tell you that he's a man of war. You see? So yeah, this is the nature of our Lord Yahushua, and this is ultimately he coming back to do, to make war with Edom, man. You know, where's that Ezekiel the 35th chapter? You see? Yeah, it continue on to say, it says, I have tried the wine press alone, and of the people there was none with me, for I will tread them in my anger and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garment, and I will stain all my raiment.
He talking, the Lord is talking big boy. That's Paul's talking, man. For lack of a better word, he talking big boy shit, man. The Lord is telling him, I ain't apologizing for this. It's like, you know, like Jake, when he first got some parts, you know, Jake, excuse the vulgarity, man. We knew. You know, Jake stick his fingers in your hand or whatever. Or Jake, you see that stain on my pants. Yeah. The Lord said he gonna come for Bob. Like, hey, you see him drenched up, bro. It's like, I come to get my bride. He coming in a particular spirit, man, and he ain't ashamed about it. You feel me?
No, I'm continue on.
Yeah, you got.
Yeah, it says for the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of my redeemed is come.
Just think about that. When the scripture says like a Levite, that you know, he got that virgin. You know, he can't wait to deflower her. Hey man, that's synonymous in my head. Read that again.
Yeah, it says for the day of vengeance is in my heart.
Just like a Levite, hey man, I can't wait to get a piece of her. Boy, it's like that's in the heart of the Lord, man. I can't wait to grab my bride, but in order for him to get his bride, he finna bring death, man. Yeah. Somebody finna be delivered, but somebody finna be put down. And the Lord said, I ain't ashamed about that, man. It's just like, you know, only an old man just like, look, boy, it is what it is, goddamn. I paid for the goddamn box. Hey, let's go in. You know, it ain't no talking around, ain't no beating around the bush. It's just straightforward, man. You know, the Lord is straightforward in his declaration of how he's coming to deliver his people, man.
And his intent.
Yeah, his intent.
He's coming to do, man. His vengeance is towards Esau Edom. See? And to redeem what the nation of Israel, you know, his elect.
You want me to pull that in? What did you want in
Ezekiel? Yeah, from top.
All right, this is Ezekiel 35:1. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against. You see?
Yeah, so the pronouncements is really against America, Babylon the Great. You see, this is the throne of the so-called white man Esau Edom. You got it?
It says, and say unto it, thus saith Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua power, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate.
Yeah, by way of those Muslims, man. This is why World War III, you know, it's the biggest concern here on the earth. You know, and it's intensifying. You seeing puzzle pieces being moved to intensify war. Yeah. You know, you got it.
All right. Verse 4, it says, and I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh.
See? Yeah, because going back into that, you said the Lord is a man of war, man. You see, so the Lord, he's pretty much building the stage of war because this is what's going to usher in the return of our Lord Yahweh Shah, man. See, World War III, he tell you that in Matthew, the 24th chapter, how to pretty much those that was in heaven should be in fear.
Yeah.
You know,
You
the
say
powers of heaven is in fear.
You say, I saw heaven fall as lightning.
Is it?
Dang.
You see? And this was gonna usher in our Lord Yahweh Shah, man. War. See?
Let's continue because the Lord's giving us the causations, man. The causations as to why he's justified in bringing forth this war against Esau, man. Like the brother said, hey, look, man, Esau being a big piece of chicken, he really got a bullet that wasn't meant for him. Like, you should have let Jake kill Yahweh Shah, man. But nah, it's like, he should have watched this and it's like, I ain't got nothing to do with me. That's amongst y'all. No, he interjected himself and, hey, you became a part of prophecy, man. It says, verse 5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred. That's going back from who? Cain. Cain. And has shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword.
Even going back into the Roman Empire. You know, shedding the blood of the children of Israel by force of the sword. So you got it.
It says, in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. All right. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord, Yahweh power, I will prepare thee unto blood.
See, the Lord, he's preparing America unto blood, man.
If I may add to that, it just shows you that it's predestined. That word prepare, it ain't like the Lord just doing shit on the fly. It just shows you at the end of the day that this guy was meant to be destroyed, man. You know, you gotta know that.
Yeah, everything will build up, you know, until his destruction, man. You see? You got it.
All right, continuing. It says, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee.
See, yeah. And we was at the Civil War, one of the bloodiest wars upon American soil.
Yeah.
You know, America, this place don't shy away from blood, man. So that same blood is gonna pursue this place.
Yeah, even the blood of the nation of Israel, man. Because even a lot of, when you go into that Civil War, it was a lot of Jake that was fighting that shit, man.
Yeah.
It was Jake, you know, people say, the hero nigga try to make it seem good.
Yeah.
It was the black slave that got freed in the north. No, bro. That shit was really Jake on Jake crying. A lot of Irish was taking each other out too, man.
Yeah.
You know, but at the same time, that's how Esau, he never shied away from bloodshed. And he don't never shy away from death, because he tells you that in the book of Psalms that he's a fucking bloody man. Yeah. He drank blood. You know, some niggas even bathe in blood.
It's just like when you go into, I know certain brothers probably watch that show, Last King. You know, one of the great things is that how you know that was dealing in those Jakes fighting. What was the great thing about the difference between the so-called Christians and the Danes? It was the Danes, they refused to have unnecessary loss of life. You know, the Danes were really not bloody men. Like the Christian see was like, hey, it's going to be 1,000 men mowed down for the sake of the king throne to be established. Esau, the Christian king, would be like, hey man, that's cool. But a Danish king would be like, nah, man. One life lost unnecessarily was too much to bear, man. That shows you the thought process of a prudent and well understood king, opposed to a slave just being put on the throne, man.
Like Edomite.
Yeah, Edomite.
Even you going to like Elam and Ishmael, they care for the people.
Yeah.
What's that? Not Gaddafi. I think he was a Hamite or something like that. Not Gaddafi.
Gaddafi, I believe Gaddafi was a Jake.
You think he was a Jake, but he was over Hamites.
Yeah, he was over Ham.
He was over Ham and shit. And he really cared for him. I seen a video recently that he was taking pictures with the people, and the dude was kind of timid. He was like, "Can I put my hand over you?" And Gaddafi was like, "Man, come on, man." And took a picture with the dude and everything. But showing you how what that say, Sirach, the 12th chapter, a man, he cared for his people. You know what I'm saying? But the tender mercy of the wicked is cruel.
Going into his constituents and animals, man. It's like, that's how Esau sees it. Like how Esau do guinea pigs and lab rats or whatever. He see the people in the same way. Like men of the cloth, the true men of the cloth, the men of the Lord, we give that number. Hey man, we understand that lab rats and guinea pigs is off, man. We would never do it, man.
It's wicked, man, because even like war horses too. Because even now, a lot of horses not even built to fight, or even elephants and shit, they not really built to fight. But some of them is though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some of them is not for that. But even Jake, that's why they consider us as Goya or cattle, for the lack of better words.
He cool with blood, man. Like we understand the value and the price that the work the Lord had to put in to bring forth this soul, man. I ain't had no parts in it. What I look like trying to take it up out of here.
Taking a man life from his wife and kids and shit like that.
Nah, man.
Esau don't consider that shit, man. But you got to get that real quick from me.
Con, this is Proverbs 12 and 10, and I'll just get in the KJV. It says, a righteous man regardeth the life of his beast, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel.
Read
Yeah,
that
if I
one
may,
more time.
about myself. You got it.
Can read it again? Proverbs 12 and 10. I get it. I get it in the NIV.
Yeah, get what you want to get
NLT.
Yeah, get what you want to get
It says the godly care for their animals, but the wicked are always cruel. Yeah, if I may, just going into, a righteous man gonna regard animals. First of all, as people. The people you rule over, the earth, the animals. So even if you regard the animals, how much more so a man? But it said the wicked are always cruel. So everything this damn devil do is never wickedness. He'll destroy his own people. But it say, if you not regard his own people, what for
he that is evil to himself,
to whom
shall
shall
he be good?
So this devil ain't even good to his own self. So why would you trust a devil like this? The only thing meant for him is to be destroyed, man. Because he do nothing but create death upon the planet Earth. It's like you got it.
It tell you how the tender mercies is cruel. That nigga give you a pill that's supposed to help you for a headache, but then they give you constant diarrhea, man.
That's what, the brother Abba always going to it, man. Anything Esau give you on this side comes with a side effect, man. Hey, what the Lord told us, hey, man, do this measurement, this measurement, this measurement, look for this result. The Lord didn't say, this is the side effects. No, this is all you should expect if you keep these particular, directions. You see? Not with Esau, things don't work out that way.
You can't be requiring compensation.
Yeah. That's how they do. I got something for y'all though. Yeah. This is Rock 12 and 10. Never trust thine enemy.
Yeah, beautiful.
For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
You see, yeah, and he's gonna show you because even with the micro seal, because you're gonna have this system turned completely upside down, and he's gonna present a little device for you that's gonna pretty much try to make things seem like this is how you're gonna get back to your norm. But even in that, man, that's gonna need you being destroyed by your Ahchya Yashiyah when the missiles is shut off, man. Yeah. You see, even receiving a grievous sore, the Lord warned you of, man. But all things that Esau pretty much present, man, it's all for destruction. Even his entertainment, you see, pretty much destroying the minds of the masses. See,
a little bit more. It says, though he humbled himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as thou hast wiped that looking glass.
Yeah, though he go crouching, speaking humbly, present things as if it's for your benefit, the Lord said, take good heed unto him, man. Beware, pretty much don't trust him. You see, because Esau always got a clause in the contract, man. A clause in the contract. You know what I mean? They pretty much snare you, man. You see? You got it.
Done. It says, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away.
So in the end, you're gonna know that it's that same devil, man. You see? Yeah, give me that.
All right, this is we want to start 10.
Yeah, first off.
All right, this is Sirach or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 10, verse 1. A wise king will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered.
You see, yeah. So and this lets you know that Esau is not that wise king, man. You see, because you living in a system where there's no order in it. It tells you that in Job the 10th chapter. A place where there's no order. You see, and even this guy not regarding the beast. This is not a wise king, man.
Hey, matter of fact, he ain't regarding the Lord.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? The different laws that's set up. Because even something as simple as keeping the land south, that's something that your Ahchya Yashiyah set up for you. You to really live. It ain't like the benefit of me. I'm just a greedy ass. No, that's like, hey, you want to continue to eat. Yeah. You want the earth to continue to bear forth its fruit. You want things to continue to happen in its rightful way. You got to be in order, man. But at the same time, Esau, he hate order. That's one thing he despised. And that's why we pulled out there Isaiah 24 earlier, man. He changed the ordinance and the everlasting laws. That's why the planet Earth is defiled now.
That's it.
You got it?
You got it, Doc.
Continuing, Sirach 10 and 2. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. In what manner of the man, the ruler of the people of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein.
See, so yeah, so now you just got regular niggas doing Esau's bid. Now you add to the pollution of the earth, man. You know, destroying the earth. This is why the Lord has to come back and destroy this system as a whole. You see? Because now it ain't just one person. Now you got millions of people who's contributing to Esau's destructive, you know, plans towards the planet Earth. You know, but you gotta
All right, continuing. It says, an unwise king destroyeth his people.
yeah, you see, yeah, and Esau done destroyed the people. You know, the mindset of the people. You see, a nigga just got a lust for death. You see, all these things really came through Esau Edom. You know, tell you how the unwise king destroyed the people.
Continuing, it says, an unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited.
You see, yeah, through the prudence of them that are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. You know, going into 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter, it tells you we look for a new heaven and a new earth. Within righteousness. You see, and the earth is going to give a new look because of the rulers that be. You see, the earth is giving off a look of weakness, you know, faintness because of the rulers going back into what the officer was going into with the land sack. If you want things to grow in abundance, well, you enforce the laws of your house by shot. But if you want things to pretty much weak, you know, grow weaker through age, well, you do Esau doing it, man. You know.
Like if I mean, just Bible just going back into that woman, you know, like when you leave a woman, she get with a weak ass nigga, bitch dressing different and everything.
Yeah, that's it.
But she get with you, bitch bossed up, bitch got a job now, you know what I'm saying? And that's how the planet Earth is gonna be, man. Bitch,
that's it, man.
God, it's a such thing called happy weight. You know what I'm saying? It's called happy weight. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, when she got with me, she got hips. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's that grass green on the other side. It do get green on the other side.
You know what I'm saying?
You know? Yeah, be a diet change. See?
And that's really, if I may, that's really just life. That's really life entering into a bride, bro. Real shit. And that's how we get into the planet Earth. You know, we plant our, you know, we already planting our spiritual seed now. But once our spiritual seed start flourishing, you're gonna see how benefit the planet Earth gonna be. The planet Earth might be bigger, man. The planet Earth might be bigger, man.
Because them missiles. Them missiles, it's gonna shape new land.
Yeah.
It's gonna put for new land mass and things like that.
And that's why I said it shall take to and fro like a drunkard.
Yeah, that's it.
You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, the planet Earth is going to be reformed and refreshed by those ICBMs, man.
Like, if I may, just going back into Pangea was around and you know the depths were broken up. That was from their first destruction.
That's it.
So how much more so, you know, the land?
Yeah, Lord might bring it together. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the lost city of Atlantic. I'm just talking shit. I'm talking shit.
But
Lost city of Atlantic, come back up.
speaking, that's going to be the kingdom of heaven.
Beautiful.
Where it's going to be in the golden age again. From righteousness ruling the earth. It's like you got
That's going into the Isaiah the 2nd chapter. And that just shows you the vibration that the true ruler's going to bring back in the earth. A nigga ain't gonna have no reason to want to fight no more.
That's it.
You said how the nation shall learn war anymore. You know, but what, they gonna go to the house of Jacob to learn how to live, man. You know, hey, give me that. You go back down.
Going to what?
Ecclesiastes.
Yeah, going back. All right. This is Sirach or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 10, back at verse 3. It says, an unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited.
See, things gonna be inhabited, man. You know, the scriptures tell you how the glory of the king is a large population, man. You see? So yeah, you gonna populate, you know, under the rightful rulers right now. You experiencing Planned Parenthood, Plan Bs, you know, abortions, all sorts of things under the rulership of the wicked. You know? And that goes back into, because he said that that he destroyed his people. You see, and this is the so-called white man Esau Edom. And this is why the Lord has to return and destroy his system, man.
If I may just to add to the brother point, because everything has been gradually getting weaker through heathens actually having dominion over the earth, you know. But it is reached its perfection under Esau, you know. Like this dude, he exacerbated this thing to a point the Lord's like, you know what? Hey man, hey, scratch all of this, man. We gotta reset this.
Yeah.
This dude's doing too much now. Scrap it. But I got a quick precept to go to the, because you know, we speaking in the spirit. The brother was saying like the earth may grow bigger. It is gonna grow bigger, man, because the earth is shrinking now, man. The earth is actually shrinking. That's why you got wheels and teeth that gotta be pulled out, because your skull is smaller than what it used to be, man. And don't you know you got stem cells sitting in your wheels and teeth? That's why they get a lot of stem cells. That's why they collect your wheels and teeth, and they keep Jake's wheels and teeth. Why? Because of the stem cells that come out of the nerves that they pull out of the teeth, man. All right. So we understand these things. The earth is actually going to grow under the rulership of Yahweh Ahchya Yashiyah. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 5. I'll start at verse 52. It says, "Say unto her, wherefore are not they whom thou hast now brought forth like those that were before, but less of stature?" So this was the angel talking to Ezra, speaking towards the woman. He's like, go ask her, man. Go ask her. It's like, hey, are y'all bigger now or y'all bigger back then? And he'll tell you, y'all of a lesser stature, man. Why? Because we're diminishing, because we're becoming as if nothing because of sin, man. All right. "And she shall answer thee, they that shall be born in the strength of youth are of one fashion." You see? "And they that are born in the time of age, when the womb felleth, are otherwise." So this is when the womb is felling in the earth. So that's why we're smaller, we're weaker, we just are on an all-out just end all be all. Jake finished, man, from the top, from the rooter to the tooth. Like ain't no soundness in it, man. Like the scriptures have said, man. All right. So that's just, you know, we're gonna jump back to it, but that's showing that it's true that we are of a lesser stature in this world due to sin, man, and due over time. All right?
Yes, it's more on it.
Yeah, absolutely. It says, "Consider thou therefore how ye are less of stature than those that were before you, and so are they that come after you less than ye."
And if I may, because the Lord tell you how the world has become weaker through age. Even like, you know, Jake back in the 80s ain't the same Jake in 2026.
Yeah, kind.
You know, things have become weaker, man have become smaller. This nigga Esau with his food, you see, y'all disturbing the hormones. You see, so things has grown weaker, man. Even Jake not being having the same nutrition. Nutrition. You see, as they had back in the day.
Everything you look at, from the cars, the way they make their cars, it's not made of real metal anymore. And you look at the boxes of all, you got Floyd Mayweather. Who will win? Floyd Mayweather, Sugar Ray Leonard. Leonard will whoop his ass. Who will whoop Sugar Ray Leonard? Sugar Ray Robinson, motherfucker. And the further you go back, the tougher the men get. There's no comparison, man. Like, it's just simple.
With the NFL back then and the same NFL.
They were cracking heads. As you move forward, what? They coming with more and more rules to what? To project your fragility, because you're weak.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
You're weak.
That's it. Yeah, you got it.
All right, it says to finish off, "And so are they that come after you less than ye." So our sons, he can't compare to daddy, man. He can't compare to his pops, man.
Hey, cause the vegetables ain't the same.
Yeah.
You know, motherfucker, you ain't gonna be as strong. You know, the regimens, the diet, everything, the food ain't the same, man. You know? So you're not gonna have the same, you know, the hormones, things is gonna be way different now than what they were back then, because shit is getting weaker through age, man. You know, you got it.
"As the creatures which now begin to be old have passed over the strength of youth."
And they remind me of the Lord said, except the old days should be short, there shall no flesh be saved. Because things is growing weaker, man. You know, under the rulership of the so-called white man Esau Edom. You see?
Jump back to that.
Matter of fact, go hold on. Let's get 2 Ezra 5. So I get 2 Ezra 8 and verse 50. 51. 2 Ezra. Okay. You know, just continuing on because you had mentioned that you know, a part of that weakness is from us being in sin, huh? You know, and that's really a part of us. The reason why we had Babylon the Great because we're going off, man. What you got? Yeah.
All right, Second Ezra chapter 8, verse 51. But understand thou for thyself, and seek out the glory for such as be like thee.
Yep, this is truth. Yeah, you got it.
For unto you is paradise open. The tree of life is planted. The time to come is prepared. Plenteousness is made ready.
And if I may, that's what they talking about, huh? They're talking about the kingdom, ain't it?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
What that is, say that?
Oh yeah, that's it.
Come. It says, the time is come, the time to come is prepared. Plenteousness is made ready. A city is builded, and rest is allowed.
See, yeah, and, you know, and us going back to 2 Peter, where that we say you look for new heavens and new earth, where and dwelling righteousness. But this under the rulership of Jacob, man. You know, children of Israel, and this is coming out of America. But yet he tell you how that there's a place prepared, man. A city is building. Telling you that this is predestined, man. This has to come into the earth. You know, and this is why things is being built up for such a season as this, man, for this kingdom to come into the earth, man. This is why World War III is a thing. Missiles, you know, this is why peace can't come into the earth in this lifetime. Because the Lord has this prepared to come out of that great destruction. What you got it up?
It says, for unto you is paradise open, the tree of life is planted, the time to come is prepared, plenteousness is made ready, a city is built.
Yeah, you're gonna have plenty of this is made ready, man. You know? And rest is gonna be allowed. You see? But continue on, man.
It says,
in peace of mind, if it's really gonna be allowed when Esau not in control.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Esau is done away with because that's our arch enemy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, brother.
Yeah, these niggas think the monks gonna bring peace because they walking, but no, peace is gonna come after World War III.
That's the bad good brothers. This is Amos chapter 9 and verse 11.
That's it.
That the heading says two headings in the KJV, the restoration of Israel. And in the NLT, a promise of restoration. If I may, just going back to this is a promise. These things are going to happen. The Lord is going to restore the kingdom of Israel, the nation of Israel, and the kingdom of heaven, which is going to be under our Lord Yahweh, is going to be under the planet Earth. And as the officer brought out, you know, just as in 2 Ezra 4, you know, these things can't come unless this current regime be done away with. Yeah. But if I may, verse 11, it says, in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen and close up the breaches thereof. And if I may, these breaches are being closed up now because we see we're being joined together under the word. What it said, gather ye together. What's that? That Zephaniah, Zechariah. Gather together. O nation not desired. That's the kingdom of Israel. That's the nation of Israel. You so-called blacks, native, and Latinos. But we're being gathered by the word. We ain't being gathered by, build a community. None of that bullshit part of our language. We're being gathered by the word of the Lord. That's what's closing up the breaches and bringing us back together. Just as in the time after Solomon, the nation was broken up, but now we're being brought back together under Yahweh Shah, under this word.
You
got it.
Going to the house of David, that's that governing body, man. Going back into Sirach the 10th chapter, we tell you that's well prudent that house, that house that is well prudent. That's the house of David, man. You got it.
And it says, I will raise up his ruins and will build it as in the days of old. If I may, just going back, we mentioned earlier through the Spirit how Esau said he was gonna rebuild. But the Lord, basically said, no, that ain't gonna happen. This is where it's gonna be rebuilt. the house of David by Yahweh. And you seeing it, it's being erected right before your very eyes. This that third temple. It's a spiritual temple. You know, the house of David is being built by the word of the Lord. Those stones jointly fitted. But it says, and I will rebuild it as in the days of old. And we know, our King David, he ruled over the Edomites. You know, he put down and subdued the heathen up under him. That's what's going to be done in this time to come. You know, all righteousness is going to rule, just as 2 Peter 3. And anybody who don't want to comply, you're going to get that rod of iron on your ass. You're going to be beaten to submission.
You
got it.
Building into the days of old, putting that strength, back into the nation of Israel, ultimately back into the earth, man. Putting things back in the rightful order, Because he tell you how things turn upside down, under the rulership of Esau, Edom. Got it.
It says that they may possess the remnant of Edom and all the heathen which are called by my name, said the Lord Yahweh by Shemawashah, that doeth this. Right? So Edom gonna become a possession. Let you know, that Esau ain't gonna come back. They ain't gonna be in a rulership. They ain't gonna rule all over us. All these wayward doctrines that these, off camps bring out. No, Edom gonna become his possession. The officer brought out earlier that Revelation 13, and what is 9 and 10. You lead it in captivity, you're gonna go into captivity. But ultimately, the kingdom of heaven gonna bring all the heathen under subjection. And it says, saith the Lord that doeth this. Let you know who bring all these things. It's the Lord that's bringing the destruction of this place. And ultimately, the kingdom of heaven and the rulership of Israel under our Lord Yahweh Shah over the heathen nation. What you got?
All right, come. Because the brother was going into the kingdom. Brother's going into the kingdom, man. So
and he said, because we gonna take Edom.
I'm going into taking Edom.
See, you gotta go.
All right, let's see here. I'm gonna start at. You want me to start at 10?
Yeah, start at 10.
All right, this is Isaiah chapter 60, verse 10. Yeah, and, classic. It says, "And the sons of strangers shall build up thy wall."
Yeah, just like we build up, these places in America and even ancient Egypt. You see, they gonna build up the kingdom, man. You got it.
And their kings shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath
it's like it says they're kings. Now, we talking about like the little Joe Sis fans, but they even talking about the high ranking. Ramses II from Egyptian Empire, from George Washington, from even Donald Trump.
Nebuchadnezzar,
all of them. Xerxes, Cyrus. And some of them gonna have more preferable positions than others.
Yeah, you gonna be my cupbearer.
Yeah, somebody gonna be a cupbearer. If we gonna give him, he drink a little song, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, give him a little song. But some of them, we gonna, you know what I'm saying, wring them out, man, like a rag.
Your walking slap them. Because I'm gonna have me an Edomite like that, Lord willing and king. Like every time, I have those particular thoughts about Esau. Hey man, put your head down. Stop.
Now you get a Sabian. You call one of them. Hey, give me 4 Sabians, man. Niggas got a whip. You know how Jake just do on the railroad. Boom, 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 boom. They ain't gonna be whipping. Pow, 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 pow. Hitting them niggas on the back, man. But again, it says the kings. So that's putting Donald Trump. Donald Trump going into slavery, man. And how much you want to bet? 5 years ago, people would have disagreed. But if we tell somebody right now, you think Donald Trump should go into slavery, they'll agree with us, man. That's a question you should ask a regular old Edomite, man. Do you think Donald Trump should go into slavery? And guess what the answer gonna be? 9 times out of 10 is yes, because he don't know what to do when he ruled upon the planet Earth, man. So his only position should not to be in power, but his only position should be for him to be in subjection. That's his rightful order. If I may, that's why it goes back into Psalms, the 18th chapter. It says, I have subdued my enemies and I have put them under my feet. So basically, they're going to be our servitudes, man. But you got it.
Just going back to that word minister. We're going to serve. I'm going to got it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It goes into serve. There's just breaking down. That's why it's important to go into words, man. You got to get to the heart of the matter. Esau is going into servitude, man. Thus said the Lord.
Yeah, he ain't teaching shit, man. For you judge, just on that word minister. Esau ain't teaching us shit, just like you women ain't taught shit according to the scriptures. And she ministered unto Yahweh Shai or the prophet. Hey, man, that just simply helped, man. serve.
If I may, that's Esau's rightful lot. You know, going back into the book of Genesis, where his father said that I have made you, I have made thy brother ruler over you.
Yeah, come.
You know? So his rightful position is to us to be a servant unto the nation of Israel. And this is what the Lord is about to bring into the earth.
Yeah.
You know, this is the prophecy that's about to take place. You see what you got it up?
Yeah, because to be honest, man, it's levels to servants, man.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, man.
Yeah.
Like, hey, my servant in the kitchen, he's clean. My servant in the field, you a filthy bastard, and you cool in the mud. So, hey, man, get in that mud and get my diamonds, man. It's levels to servitude, man.
It's lots.
All right, verse 11 is continuing. It says, "But in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee."
Yeah, you see, because the Lord's wrath upon us put us in slavery, but His mercy is going to be us in rulership.
That's right.
Got it?
"Therefore thy gates shall be open continually; they shall not be shut day nor night."
Nah, because they bring in resources, man. You know, diamonds, stones, gold, amethyst, you know, all sorts of frankincense, myrrh, you know, all sorts of things, man. They're going to be bringing in the forces of the Gentiles.
Olive oil.
Oh, you get me? All sorts of things, man.
Concubines.
Okay, right.
Going into
Service.
those gates. Hey man, our economy is gonna forever boom. We're only gonna be in the uptick.
If I may,
No.
that's what people talking about black-owned businesses.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what that's going to be.
Yeah,
These Israelite-owned only businesses, that's going to prosper forever.
Yeah.
And you know one thing, they say Wall Street closed. It's going to be times, man, Jake going to be chilling. We still, you know, it's going to get to a point, you know, you get so rich, money don't mean nothing. It's going to get to a point, we're going to be making money while I sleep. Whether it be the crops growing or we set the savings on a 50-mile journey to pick some up from the brother, man.
Yeah.
You know, or turn around, you wake up the next morning, it's Kim Jong-un and 50 more Moabites bringing you something. And you gonna get to the point, like the Lord said, you're gonna be scared. You're gonna be like, Lord, this for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You won't have to pinch yourself, man. You're gonna think you're dreaming.
like,
but you're gonna really be in the kingdom of heaven, man.
Bitch.
Like if I may,
what do you
we were they that dream, because it's gonna be so, you know, so beautiful. You're going into the kingdom of heaven, but what it said, thy gate shall be open continual, meaning it's gonna be perpetual. There ain't gonna be no stop to it. And that's what happened under righteous rulership. If you ruling under the law, statutes, commandment of Yahweh by Shema Shah, peace and righteousness and prosperity is gonna flourish.
Yeah, if I may, because we ain't gonna be fucking people over. We ain't gonna have no taxes. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna be like, tariffs and shit like that. No. The Gentiles gonna, hey man, we got 5,000 pounds of frankincense. Lord, we can, you know what I'm saying? You know, we say, hey, but we gonna send it to Elam, and Elam will give you these spices. We got 5,000 things of cinnamon, herbs and shit. We gonna trade that off, and it's gonna be a beautiful thing. It's gonna really be a righteous bargaining system. Because brothers ain't gonna be, it ain't like brothers gonna always trade by gold and silver. Man, we gonna, hey, I got two, you know what I'm saying? I got 200 concubines. You might ain't saying like we just gonna be popping women all day, but we'll just give some of those women to the heathen. Because they nothing to us, man. The Israelite woman, we gonna keep the Israelite woman to ourselves, but fucking, we have 200 concubines, we'll probably keep 50 of them. You know, every brother like every man to his several building. You know what I'm saying? No. Every man to his several building, man. But we'll send the rest of them off, man. Whether we have a good set of Edomites, because we're going to have a good set of slaves, man. A good set of Edomites that's doing good. They've been working good for about 200 years. We're going to say, yeah, man, we need to increase their population. You know, let's get them a couple women and things like that and get them this piece of land so we can have more slaves. You know, it's going to be a diplomatic thing that we're going to do.
Man, you going to have gangs and shit like that. You going to take those women and breed them. You know, like that's how I did with us.
That's why I said it did that with us. That's why I said reward her double, even actually have rewarded unto you. But it's gonna be unrighteous, man. We ain't gonna have people sleeping around with other men's women.
Exactly. Right.
You know?
Like if I may, where they go into the welfare of the earth or the right, you know, basically going into a righteous ruler, they're going to, you know,
be the welfare of the earth.
Rule people in righteousness, man. It's all about the benefit of everybody. You know, it ain't gonna be done. And as you mentioned earlier, even the cupbearer, you have mercy on him. Yeah, you have.
Yeah, get us up, man. Now make sure, man, give him a cup. But Baba Bashar, since you said that, just like I ain't trying to cut brothers off, but keep that Romans the 8th chapter, around the 16th chapter, just to bag up the brother point. Because at the end of the day, Ahchya Yashiyah has set up the righteous here in these latter days, not to benefit us only. The kingdom of heaven, yeah, it's going to benefit us, but it's going to benefit the whole world, even from the bacteria, from the eagles that fly in the air, from the grass that grew up from the ground. All of them is going to benefit us. That's why when you y'all brothers ever seen that movie Green Pastures, 1932? He talked to the flowers. You know what I'm saying? So he said, "How y'all doing, flowers? We doing good, Lord." That's how it's gonna be in the kingdom of heaven, bro. You gonna like the flowers. You're gonna see the pleasure. You know, you can see a flower like blooming things, but you're gonna see the pleasure of the flower blooming on the righteousness. You know, but you gotta do it. Beautiful.
Yeah, this is Romans 8 in verse
You got it.
in start at verse 18.
Just going back to that brother point. The point that he just made. You got it.
It says, "For I reckon that the suffering of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us."
Yeah, with the glory that shall be revealed in us. And that glory is talking about the kingdom of heaven, man. You know, the everlasting righteousness. That's where that glory started. You got it.
It says, "For the earnest expectation of the creatures waited for the manifestation of the sons of the Most High."
If I may, just going into all creation, you know, us, the heathen as well, whether they know it or not, Jake, whether they know it or not. You know, everybody, everything on this earth is waiting for the kingdom of heaven to be set up. As you mentioned in the earth languishing, brother mentioned how the earth fighting back. That's all showing that through the spirit, everything is waiting on the kingdom of heaven to be set up. You know, all creation is waiting on righteousness to rule and dwell under our Lord Yahweh in the kingdom.
Well, they continue on.
No, you got it. You got it, bro.
Oh, kind of, yeah, slap. Yeah, it says, for the creatures was made subject to vanity, not willing by reason of him who have subject the same hope, because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of Yahweh Shah. You see, and yeah, that being released from the bondage of the corruption of the so-called white man Esau Edom. You see, because this guy, he pretty much restrained life. You know, like that good stretch. You know, this nigga he's keeping life from like the elder mentioned, exhaling.
Yeah.
You see, life is pretty much just bundled up, but under the rulership of the righteous, it's gonna be able to breathe, man, exhale, and pretty much give in abundance. You see? But yeah, that's it on that.
Read that back one more time.
Yeah, kind of. It says because of the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of the corruption.
Yeah, that goes into, you know, the scriptures. Ezra. Ezra was like, "Hey, damn, Lord, you mad at the trees, the water, the bird, the animal? You were mad at them?" It's like everything got to get judged on this side, man. Why? Because righteously in America, if an animal is over here, it doesn't have the thought process of that animal is either righteous or wicked towards us. Whether I'm in my right or wrong, that motherfucker had an evil thought. I should go over there, take that grape from J.K. You know? Hey, now he got to get set on fire. Why? Because Esau done cut down all of his trees in his habitat, in his biome. Now he forced over here to deal and look at my wickedness that he don't even want, and now he got to get judged. You see? Now everybody living off.
That motherfucker eat human food, eating out of human trash cans.
God, but read that back one more time.
Yeah, that mess up their diet.
Right.
Because ultimately, that's why it says the course of the planet earth is out of whack. Because the reason why the evil is ruling. That's why the scriptures say when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. And when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. And not even only the people, but the animals, man. You look at a lot of these animals, even like a home, I seen like a dog, man. By the job, there's a dog, man, that was handicapped. I felt so bad for him. Jake wanted to pick him up and like, hey, you know what I'm saying, have mercy on him. But at the same time, like, even if you look at like an injured dog or even go to the zoo, you look at their eyes, man, you can tell that they're suffering, man. Even a lot of these animals that eat with like a bird eating KFC, that's fucked up. That's cannibalism, man.
Right.
You know?
So like, if I may, that goes back into a righteous man regard the life of his beast. You know, that shows who the rightful rulers of the earth really are. Because Jake have a compassion toward animals, toward people. You know, it can be even a messed up Jake.
Yeah.
You still gonna consider, you gonna have compassion.
He got a dog he love and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got a lot.
Yeah, but Esau ain't like that. He cruel.
And
You know,
and that's how you know that the world is actually made for our sakes, because we care for it.
Yeah.
If it ain't yours, you're gonna be careless with it. But if it's yours, you're gonna be delicate, you know, make sure everything goes straight.
Yeah, even if it's a shirt you don't wear too often. Hey man, don't be stepping on my shirt, pick my shit up, dude.
Iron my shit.
Yeah, what you doing, bro? Like, that's how it goes. Hey, you know how it is when you let your cousin borrow your favorite shirt or something. Hey, man.
I'm gonna need that back.
I'm gonna need that back, man. Hey, man, nah, you can't wear my shit.
You take that shit off his hand right there.
Yeah. Right after you get out of the club, you get in the truck. Hey, man, come on up off there. You know, Wi-Fi, you finna put ketchup stain. I know.
Yeah, we going on a walk out.
Yeah, it says because the creature itself also should be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of
It
Yahweh.
says glorious liberty, and when you go into that word liberty, it goes into living as one should. All right. Now that ain't just because Jake got a liberty to go pop all of these women or whatever. But is that how a man should live when the Lord told us don't deal with a woman that's tethered to another man? No, that ain't how. Just because we got the liberty to do it doesn't mean that you're supposed to do it. So this liberty that this is going into, for the sake of time, is going into how you're supposed to live. So true liberty is not living as one would want to, but as how we supposed to, as we should, man. Which leads me to this, because the brother was going into the creatures, all right? Because you would think a lion is supposed to be a ferocious, blood-seeking animal, but righteously the Lord didn't create him for that, man. This is Isaiah. You got it. This is Isaiah chapter 11, verse 6. And the wolf also shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lie down with the kid, and the kid is a baby goat. It says, in the calf and the young lion.
And if I may slide, them Allah is a whole bunch of praise and purpose, man. Yeah. You know, when ultimately, you got to do it. Y'all
It's the spirit. Go into it, brother. Go into it, man.
Because ultimately, Yahweh Shemel is going to do things unseen, man. You got to know.
There's more to this. It says, the calf and the young lion, the fatling together, and a little child shall lead them. You know, so that's Jake. We're actually that's the Lord showing us that we're going to have that same dominion and power that Noah had when the Lord gave him dominion over the animal. So when he said, hey man, bring your ass on here, let's go. Hey, that donkey, that stubborn ass donkey, he brought his ass on, man. So the Lord said all of these things that would seem to be predators and preys of one another shall be led by who? Jake. You see? That's that's them coming back into their righteous lives and living as they're actually supposed to, being in their freedom. You'll read that back one more time, Baba Bashar, just to give clarity, because I don't want to butcher it.
Yeah, this is Romans 8 and verse 21. Because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of
that's
Yahweh.
us. We're psychologically, we're that creature, but physically, these creatures are going to be delivered just like we shall be delivered. Continue.
It says, for we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now.
So the lion righteously, he don't want to have to get up every day and go hunt. He don't want to have to go, man, I got to take on this wildebeest. I got to take on this elephant. He wasn't put here for that, man. All right, just that's it. I'll jump back over in Isaiah 11. Isaiah 11 and 7. And the cow and the bear shall feed. Their young ones shall lie down together. The lion shall eat straw like an ox. Where have we seen that?
Right. Man's going to be in harmony under the righteous. You know, Proverbs tell you, what is that? Proverbs 29 and 3. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. And when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. You know, all the way down into the creatures, going into Romans the 8th chapter. Tell you how even the creatures are in a state of mourning and travailing with great pain, man. See, but yet all this is under the watch of the so-called white man Esau Edom.
Okay. Continuing, it says, the lion shall eat straw like the ox. The suckling child shall play on the hole of the ass, and the weaned child shall put his hand on the cockatrice den.
Yeah, and these are like wild beasts, man. That children gonna be playing with.
I'll read it in there.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
The baby will play safely near the hole of a cobra.
That's it. See?
Yes, a little child will put its hand in a nest of deadly snakes without harm.
Come on, man. See, and yeah, this type of energy is gonna come behind the rulership of the righteous, man. You know, you ain't gonna have no news of a toddler getting mauled to death.
Yeah, okay.
You know, about a pit bull and shit, man. No, everything, the Lord tell you how the beast of the sea is gonna be at peace with you, man. You know, if that's gonna be on this side, how much more for the kingdom of heaven when we have the dominion? You got it.
They shall not hurt nor destroy in my holy mountain. And we know that mountain is going into the government of Israel. For the earth shall be full of the knowledge of the Lord Yahweh Ahchya Yashiyah as the waters cover the sea.
Yep, praise of the Lord is gonna go through all of the earth, especially when he destroy America, Babylon the Great.
Right.
You know, that's gonna pretty much put that fear of the Lord back in the earth, like during the time of Egypt when the Lord destroyed Egypt. You know, his that reputation, because that name pretty much goes back to reputation. You see, he's gonna have that reputation back in the earth as being that on, you know, Yahweh. You know, you know, he is.
Yeah,
That's it. Is it?
verse 10, this is the last one.
Okay.
In the Okay, come. All right, finishing off. In the day, the heir to David's throne will be a banner of salvation to all the world. The nations will rally to him, and the land where he lives will be a glorious place.
Yeah, he say how the nations are rally to him. That Isaiah the 2nd chapter, man.
Let's go over to the Lord.
That's it.
And that was, I was just thinking
Yeah, that's it. Yep.
because they're gonna know where righteousness come from. They're gonna see the benefit of it.
See.
Even how a lot of countries can see the benefit of fucking with America, and they regret it. When they fuck Israel and the kingdom of heaven, they're gonna love it, man.
See.
Yeah,
Okay.
All right, this is jumping back over in 2nd Ezra chapter 8, verse 53. It says, the root of evil is sealed up from you. Weakness, and the moth is hid from you.
See, and this shows you what comes under the rulership of the wicked, man. You being fashioned like unto him, it brings weakness here in the earth. Because that's ultimately what that corruption pretty much brings forth. Sin brings forth weakness, man. You know, it defiles things. You see, God.
It says, the moth is hid from you, and corruption is fled into hell to be forgotten. Sorrows are past, and the end is shown. It showed the treasure of immortality.
See, yeah, the end is showed the treasures of immortality, man. You know, so this is the end of, you know, that happily ever after. The happily ever after for the nation of Israel is going to be immortality, man. The kingdom of heaven. You see? There's more on that.
Let me see if I may. To back you up, Baba Kasha. This is Isaiah chapter 65, and I'll start at verse 17. And the head in the blue letter is new heavens and a new earth. It says, for behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered, nor come into mind.
See, yes, and that's that corruption past and then fed into hell, and then immortality. Yeah, I can, you know, with that, pray that you was edified. I can give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh. Don't honor to our teachers, the apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone. Peace, love, and salutations to the elect. On way to the video. Shalom.
Shalom.
Right.
Right now.
Right now. Water for tuning in.